2055. This is our flagship products, and I'm showing this to you.
So this is the world's most powerful AI GPU ever. But there's one massive problem. It's completely useless for you and me. It has absolutely zero display ports and it doesn't even have cooling fans. If you tried to plug this into a standard desktop motherboard today, it would overheat and shut down in seconds. So if you can't plug a monitor into it and we can't even cool it in a normal room, how exactly does this giant block of metal actually works? And the biggest question of all, is it actually the NVIDIA killer we all have been waiting for? First off, forget everything you know about the standard RTX graphic card. Those are built to draw pixels for video games. This AMD chip doesn't care about graphic card. It's built on architecture called CDNA. AMD engineered this for one thing only: raw brutal number crunching. And when I say it crunches numbers, I mean it. Well, against NVIDIA's absolute best enterprise chip, the B200, this AMD chip doesn't just compete, it actually wins. When doing the kind of math that trains ChatGPT, this AMD chip scores almost double what NVIDIA's flagship card can handle. In fact, when you chain 8 of these AMD chips together, they run about 65% faster than the similar 8 chips NVIDIA setup. But here's the real cheat code: the memory. A top-tier gaming PC today might have 24GB of video memory. This single AMD chip packs a massive 288GB of ultra-fast memory. NVIDIA's top chip, it stops at 192. That massive memory pool means it can swallow enormous AI models without choking. So on paper, this piece of tech is an absolute monster. It's physically beating the unstoppable NVIDIA. So if this chip is basically a supercomputer, why would it literally self-destruct itself if we try to plug it in our desktop? Well, it comes down to the 3 massive roadblocks. First off, you literally can't plug it in. Your graphic card uses a standard PCI slot. This AMD Instinct chip uses an OEM module. You don't plug it in. You basically bolt it down to a massive server board like a car engine, right alongside 7 other chips just like it. Second is the power. A top-tier gaming GPU pulls around 400 to 500 watts of power. This single chip pulls over 1000 watts by itself. And if you build a standard 8-card setup with these, it would draw the same amount of electricity as an entire household. And finally, cooling. Remember how I said it literally has no fans? That's basically it relies on industrial level wind tunnels that blast cold air through its heat sinks like a hurricane. And if you put this in a normal PC case, it wouldn't just thermal throttle, it would cook itself into a very expensive paperweight in about 3 seconds. So if you can't buy it on Amazon and you can't even turn it on, who exactly is using these giant block of metals? The tech giants companies like Meta, Microsoft and OpenAI aren't buying these one at a time. They are buying clusters of hundreds and thousands at a time. Right now, chips like these are basically the digital oil. Whenever you ask ChatGPT a question, that software isn't running on your laptop. It's firing off on a chip exactly like this one, sitting in a server farms miles away. This massive piece of silicon is the physical brain of the AI revolution, which brings us to the biggest question we started with. Is this AMD chip actually the NVIDIA killer the industry has been waiting for? And the complete honest answer to this is yes and no. On a pure hardware level, yes, AMD built a bigger, faster engine. They are offering more memory, more raw computing power, and forcing NVIDIA to actually sweat for the first time in years. But NVIDIA has an invisible weapon, a software ecosystem called CUDA. For years, NVIDIA has trained almost every AI developer on earth to build AI using their specific code and their specific software stack. Asking the entire AI industry to shift to AMD software overnight is like asking everyone on planet to stop speaking English. AMD is catching up fast and they are making their hardware incredibly cheap for developers. The reality is, the real war isn't just about who can make the biggest silicon piece ever. It's about the code running on it. It's crazy to think about the power locked away in these things. While we can't use these GPUs ourselves, the technology behind this is really fascinating. So all I do is talk about these insane piece of hardware. So if that's you and if you love this stuff, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also don't forget to hit the like. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome and I will see you in the next one.